Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Boarding will now begin at the Fox Chapel Area School District train station on the Luke Hadley Express with the FCTV crew members. All aboard! Next stop, the Telethon.
Telethon. All of today's donations will go to the Luke Hadley Foundation.
The Luke Hadley Foundation was created in January of 2009 in memory of Luke Hadley, who was the son of two Fox Chapel teachers, Jeff Hadley and Kara Hadley.
The goal of the Luke Hadley Foundation is to improve the quality of life for medically fragile children by giving them reasons to smile. The foundation has had a strong relationship with the Children's Home of Pittsburgh and the Child's Life Department within the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh.
Their mission is being achieved through the work they do with organizations that care for these children. The Luke Hadley Foundation is enriching the lives of the children cared for by these organizations by providing them with toys, equipment, programs, activities, and field trips.
Luke Hadley was born 6 weeks prematurely on August 20th, 2006. He had an extremely rare chromosome disorder called ring 14. There are only 65 documented cases of this disorder worldwide. Luke had many struggles which caused him to spend a significant amount of time in the hospital.
Sadly, Luke passed away on October 30th, 2008 at the age of 2. Seeing Luke smile was a daily goal for his loving parents. After spending so much time in hospitals, Mr. Hadley set a goal to bring smiles to other children who needed them. So far, this foundation has accomplished this goal.
And we would like to continue helping this foundation out today. If you would like to donate during today's telethon, please visit www.lukehadleyfoundation.org. Let's start things off by introducing our high school principals, Mr. Hauer, Mr. Lenz, and the other principals.
Thank you, ladies. We are truly excited to be here for the telethon. This is actually my 5th telethon now, and the Luke Hadley Foundation is truly a wonderful organization to work for. We've been doing this all month, and I tell you, the activities have been exciting and engaging. The spirit of giving is truly phenomenal district-wide. Mr. Lentz, what have you noticed so far?
Well, this is my first telethon, my first year at Fox Chapel, and I think probably the most amazing thing is the way our students have rallied around this and been able to support this. We've been doing things for the better part of a month. We've had cookie donations, we've had pizza sales, taco sales, and today we're even doing a little jousting down in the gymnasium, if I remember correctly. I believe Mr. Hauer and I jousted each other. We won't talk about who won. Or who took
Why
the
not,
worst.
Mr. Lenz?
Because I lost. Even though I lost, somebody took the worst of the punishment. But it's just amazing to see teenagers coming together and doing this for the sake of this foundation. And I'm just very, very proud to be a part of Fox Chapel and very proud of all of our Fox Chapel students today.
Totally agree. And not only just the teenagers from our building. One thing that's nice this year is actually it's been district-wide. Every single elementary school, middle school has also been involved. And it's just truly an exciting event. At this time, actually, I'd like to be able to introduce our assistant principals here at the high school, Mrs. Susan Gentile and Mr. John McGee. Do you have any words?
Well, as Mr. Lenz mentioned, I'm also new here to the Fox Chapel School District, and it's just really overwhelming how much generosity there's been and just how everybody's pulled together and given to this cause. And it's just a wonderful foundation, and everything's been going really well. The kids have just all pulled together and done a great job. So I'm really excited to be here today.
Hello, I'm John McGee. This is my 3rd telethon, and one of the things that have always amazed me was the fact that our students and the whole community rally around a good cause. And being so close to home with the Luke Hadley Foundation and touching the hearts of so many students in this area, it's been wonderful to see the support and the love that's been poured out for Luke.
Absolutely, totally agree. Anything else, Mr. Lenz?
No, we just hope that throughout the next few hours that everyone enjoys the telethon and is able to support the Luke Hadley Foundation as best as you can at this time of time of the year.
And with that, actually, we'd like to be able to start off our donations from the high school administrative team. So there is our first donation to help kick this off. We are very excited. And at this time, actually, we want to introduce Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Ann Stevens, Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David McCommons. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lentz and Mr. Hauer. It's always wonderful to be here to kick off the annual telethon for Fox Chapel Area School District. This year we're very excited because it is a district-wide fundraiser, and it is something very close to our hearts with the Luke Hadley Foundation. We'd like to wish everyone out there happy holidays and make our second contribution, high school team, to the Luke Hadley Foundation. As you know, from what everyone has been saying, Luke Hadley was close to our hearts. Those of us who know the parents and grandparents and are friends of the family also know that this time of year is very difficult for children that have this type of very fragile medical condition. So we hope that you'll open up your hearts and really give generously to the Luke Hadley Foundation and this telethon. Happy holidays, everyone.
On behalf of the rest of the District Central Administration, we just want to echo those happy holidays to everyone, and we appreciate the community coming together on such a worthy foundation that's going to benefit children that struggle through these types of issues, and that we can provide them with some additional support in what their families are going through. Again, happy holidays and happy new year.
I'd like to bring on now Mayor Harry McLaughlin, someone that's very familiar to everyone, the Mayor of Fox Chapel Borough.
It's always a pleasure to help kick off your campaign every year. I don't think I've missed any for, I don't know how many years I've been around. But anyway, during this holiday season, our thoughts and prayers go out to our young men and women in our armed forces serving around the world, keeping this nation free and keeping our way of life that other people seek to want to destroy. So my Christmas message is, may the peace and joy of this holiday season be with you and your families now and throughout the new year. God bless you.
I'd like to, thank you, Mayor. I'd also like to wish a speedy recovery to our solicitor, Tim Shear, who couldn't be with us today, and he's always been with us every telethon. So to Tim, I hope you're watching out there. Happy holidays, and we wish you a speedy recovery. Okay, now back to Alicia and Morgan.
Thank you, Dr. Stevens. So now that we've officially kicked off our telethon with administration and the high school office, let's get this telethon underway.
All right, well, before we take donations, let's bring in Mrs. Gentile.
Thank you, ladies. I'm really proud to be able to be here today and to bring a very special person forward. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Jeff Hadley to come onto the stage here. He is the president of the Luke Hadley Foundation, and I'm here to ask him a few questions so he can tell us a little bit about the foundation and some of the things that they've been doing. First of all, Mr. Hadley, would you like to say anything about yourself or just introduce?
Yeah, I'd like to say hello to everybody out there and hello to everybody in our schools today. And I want to thank you for having me here today. This is really exciting. I've been a teacher in the district now for 10 years, and I've been on the other end watching the television and seeing this telethon unfold on TV. It's really exciting to be here and see the students working so hard and all the activities going on here today at the high school. I'd like to also start by thanking Dr. Stevens and Dr. McCommons for their vision this year for the telethon and really bringing all of the schools in our district together to support one cause. And I'd like to thank all the site-based teams. They all listened to presentations from different organizations, and we are honored that they chose the Luke Hadley Foundation this year to be the beneficiary of the district fundraising and, of course, the telethon today. So thank you all very much for having us here. We're very excited to be here today.
Thank you. We did want to ask you a few questions about the foundation, and first I wanted to know what really inspired you to start the Luke Hadley Foundation?
Well, of course, my son Luke and his life and the journey that took us on was the main inspiration for for starting the foundation. To help people understand just a little bit about Luke, as you heard earlier, the girls mentioned he had a very rare disorder called Ring 14. And that was actually very unfamiliar to the doctors that cared for Luke as well. And they told us that Luke would write his own story. And the Ring 14 it caused Luke to have a lot of different medical challenges he had to face. For example, he had no muscle tone in his body, so he was never able to sit up and he was never able to talk or walk. He also had trouble breathing and needed a trach and a ventilator. He had a very severe seizure disorder, and feeding was also an issue. So as you can see, these challenges that Luke faced caused him to spend a lot of time throughout his life in and out of the hospital. And as parents, we were always there for Luke, and we, of course, spent the time in the hospital with him. And during that time in the hospital, we really opened our eyes to how many children need to be in a hospital setting. I was somewhat naive. I thought people went to Children's Hospital or kids went there to get better, and then they went home. And our time with Luke in the hospital really opened our eyes to so many children that need to be in the hospital for extended periods of time. Children who more or less live at the hospital trying to fight their battles with whatever their medical condition might be. And we saw a lot of children who unfortunately don't always have someone by their bedside to help them smile and make their time at the hospital a little bit better. So, and with Luke's life, we knew that it was going to be challenging, and as his parents, it was our goal to just give him the absolute best life possible. And we knew we were accomplishing that goal anytime we saw a smile on Luke's face. And once Luke passed away, we reflected on our experience with Luke, and we just knew that we wanted to do something that could help bring smiles to other kids facing similar situations. So we decided to start this foundation with a very simple goal of bringing smiles to medically fragile children.
Thank you, Mr. Hadley. That's a very inspiring story. And we will have some time a little bit later to talk to you a little bit more about the foundation. I would like to now turn it over to Alyssa and Morgan, who can get the telethon started. Thank you.
Thank you.
It looks like we've gotten things started here at the high school already. So now let's throw it off to the students at Dorseyville Middle School and catch up on what they're doing this year's telethon.
Happy holidays, Fox Chapel. My name is Addison Lynch.
And I'm Pat Denny, coming to you live from the Dorseyville Middle School television studio.
To contribute to this year's district fundraiser, DMS raised money for the Luke Hadley Foundation.
Here to tell you a little bit more about what the 6th grade did to raise money is our 6th grade student council officers.
Hello, my name is Elliot Norman. On Wednesday, December 16th and Friday, December 18th, the students of Dorseyville Middle School participated in their fundraising activities. The school ran an afternoon activity scheduled to allow time for students to participate. Each grade had 35 minutes a day for 2 days to visit the fundraisers that each home base set up.
Mike Zapala here. Students enjoyed various foods available during the 2 days of fundraising. Some of the snacks and beverages available over the 2 days were smoothies, vitamin water, popcorn, fruit, Gatorade, and granola bars.
Hello, I'm Nate Matisco. Once again, DMS students participated in a Holiday Spirit Week during the week of our holiday fundraiser. Some Spirit Days were Holiday Colors Day, Snow Clothes Day, Crazy Holiday Sweater Day, and Holiday Hat Day. On Wednesday, all students, teachers, and staff members received a special Let It Snow bracelet to celebrate the season.
Hi, I'm Hannah Goodman. Every home base offered great activities, but these were the most popular activities for 6th grade home bases: Nintendo Wii raffle, soft pretzels, and GameStop raffle.
As you can see, our 6th graders have been working diligently to help this charity. Well, that's all for now.
And happy holidays. Back to the high school.
Dorseyville a few more times before today's telethon is over.
Well, Morgan, I can already see people lining up at the door, so should we bring them in?
I say.
All right, come on in.
Come on in.
You guys come in the middle.
Maybe some of you can come in the front here. Hi, where are you guys from?
We are French 3, Miss Meyer's class.
Okay, and what do you have to share with us today?
We are singing Rudolph in French.
Wow, okay, well, let's hear it.
Rudolph, le petit nez rouge, oh comme il était mignon. Rudolph, le petit nez rouge, rouge comme un mignon. Son petit nez faisait rire, chacun s'en moquait beaucoup. On allait jusqu'à dire qu'il avait l'air un peu fou. Santa Claus qui l'entendit pleurer dans les soirs. Pour les consoler, lui dit, viens au paradis ce soir. Rudolph au petit nez rouge, tu tomberas dans le ciel. Avec ton petit nez rouge, le chariot du Père Noël.
Wow, that was great. And we have one more song. What is your next song that you're going to sing for us?
Oh, Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells.
Okay, Jingle Bells.
Vive le vent, vive le vent, vive le vent d'hiver, qui s'en va soufflant dans le grand sommaire. Oh, vive le temps, vive le temps, vive le temps d'hiver, pour de neige, jour de l'an, et bonne année, grand-mère.
Great job. That was very impressive.
Thank you very much.
And you have a donation? That's great. How much?
$29.75.
Good.
Sounds good. Why don't you put it in?
Thank you very much. You guys sounded great. You can go this way. That was great. I can hardly learn in English, let alone another language.
Really?
All right, well, Fairview has been doing a lot to try to raise money for the telethon this year.
But it looks like we have some more people coming in for donations, so let's hold that thought.
Okay.
All right, so come on in. Okay, you can come right in the middle.
Hi, what is your name?
DJ.
Hi, DJ, and what did you do to raise money this year?
I had a rock band and a Super Smash Bros. Brawl tournament.
Wow, that's great. How much money did you raise doing this?
$23.
Oh, good job. That's wonderful. Where did you hold this event?
The LGI of the high school.
There's a lot of events going on this year for the telethon. A lot of them are in the cafeteria, so that's great. Thank you, DJ.
Thank you very much. You can put it in.
Yeah, you can put it right in there. Okay, and we have some more. Wow, they're all dressed up and looking festive. Hi, girls.
Hi.
What is your name?
I'm Ani Bradbury. I'm Pegeen Stone. Jenny Getz.
Chrissy Bartlett. And what did you do this year for the telethon?
Well, our club, Dumbledore's Army, had a Quidditch game, and we raised $16.
That's great. Thank you very much.
You can add it to that $23 check that we just put in there.
Wow, we're off to a great start already this morning. Thank you. And they're still lining up, Alyssa. Come on
Bring them in.
Hi, guys.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Max, and this is Zach, and this is AJ and Tom.
And what did you do for the telethon?
We hosted a movie for the movie club. We had a screening of Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, cool.
And what we did was charge on concessions and everything, and eventually we hosted some money for it. It was just a nice event.
Yeah, that sounds great. When did you host this?
A couple weeks ago. Yeah.
A couple weeks ago. That sounds really fun. Well, thank you very much for your donations.
All right.
You can put it in the box.
All right.
Okay, well, you can go this way. Thank you very much.
And now we have an anonymous donation.
Yeah, we have a anonymous donation. One's from actually Fox Chapel Golf Club for $100.
and the other one's for $400, an anonymous donation. So
That's great. Well, thank you very much to all of the donators out there.
And we aren't even that far into the telethon, and 400 right
And
there.
I can hear there's a lot of people outside waiting just to come up here to give their donations. So all of you that are out there, make sure you come on up here and join us. There's a lot of people in the studio waiting to see you. Now, Fairview has been doing a lot to try to raise money for the telethon this year. They've been holding different events for both the students and the teachers.
Now let's take a moment to see what all Fairview has done in their efforts to raise money for this foundation.
Fairview is thrilled to be bringing smiles to medically fragile children's faces through our efforts to support the Luke Hadley Foundation. They kicked off their series of events with a night called Shop, Snack, and Serenade on the evening of December 1st. This event brought together vendors and shoppers for a great cause. The vendors donated a percentage of their sales as well as a gift basket to be raffled off that evening. Many of the Fairview teachers also created gift baskets for their raffle drawing and supplied a delicious buffet for the shoppers. Donors that evening included Books Are Fun, Chef Jim Belch, Community Supermarket, Joe Liege, pianist, My Garden, Pampered Chef, author Harshita Gurnani, Silpada, Table Talk, and Tastefully Simple. Throughout the weeks of December 1st, our Fairview students were very busy hooping it up in the gym. Students jumped into action to help the Luke Hadley Foundation by collecting flat donation or pledge baskets per basket. Everyone from kindergarten through 5th grade participated in this special event and was happy knowing they were shooting hoops for the happiness of other boys and girls. The entire Fairview family joined forces to create and sell t-shirts for the Luke Hadley Foundation. These t-shirts were created by Miss Eileen Schmidt, an instructional assistant at Fairview. Over 200 of these shirts were then printed by the Fox Chapel Area High School TSA students. Fairview students and staff are wearing these shirts today, December 23rd, as they celebrate Luke Hadley Spirit Day in conjunction with the district-wide telethon. Another focus of the Luke Hadley Foundation is Luke's Art Carts. Through previous donations, the foundation was able to purchase 5 Luke's Art Carts for the new Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. These special carts are loaded with art supplies and go from hospital room to hospital room. Each has a special plaque with Luke's name. To keep these carts supplied, Fairview students and staff donated materials such as crayons, markers, glue, and stickers. Fairview sponsored 2 dining events in the month of December. The first one took place on the evening of December 7th at La Capella in the Waterworks. The second one took place the evening of December 17th at Max and Irma's at RIDC Park. The entire Fox Chapel area community was invited to participate in this event. 20% of participating customers' bills were donated to the Luke Hadley Foundation. The 3rd graders at Fairview, as inspired by their math investigations curriculum, had a goal to collect 1,000 coins. At conclusion of their collection effort, they generously donated the coins to the Luke Hadley Foundation. The 5th grade teachers at Fairview raised money through the sale of CDs, which contained pictures taken during their trip to Camp Allegheny. Parents were given the opportunity to purchase the CDs. All proceeds were donated to the Luke Hadley Foundation. Last week was Spirit Week at Fairview. This week of fun included events that had students dressing up in crazy hats, crazy hair, pajamas, mix-it-up crazy clothes day, dressing like a celebrity, and a team clothing day. Each student was asked to make a small donation in order to participate in the fun. Fairview staff raised money through their weekly Jeans Day. With a donation each Friday, Fairview staff members may wear jeans. Miss Bisceglia, Miss Bonar, Miss Erb, and Miss Kane, this year's holiday chairs, would like to thank all the students, parents, and staff from Fairview for their outstanding effort in this project. Lastly, they would like to thank Jeff and Kara Hadley for sharing their story about their son Luke, and for creating a foundation that will help so many.
Well, that's all the time that Morgan and I have for right now, but we'll see you guys later on the show. So now that we've officially kicked off our telethon, we're going to bring on our 2 other announcers, Taylor and Emily. Come on in, girls.
Hi. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Morgan.
Yeah, thanks, Alyssa and Morgan.
Well, I've noticed this high school has been decorated very well for the holidays.
Yeah.
Many activities have been taking place as well in classrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Since today is the last day before break, let's start the holiday with a rendition of the first Noel, performed by Mr. Cannon's Madrigal Singers. Wow, Emily, this is such a great foundation today, and we've already really got the ball rolling with some really great donations, and it looks like we have some more students here ready to make some donations. So why don't we bring them in? Come on in, guys. Hi. Hi. What are your names?
Brooke. Kate. Molly.
Hi, guys. So it looks like you have a donation for us. What did you do to raise this money?
We auctioned off a signed Jordan Stahl stick, and we actually raised $160.
Oh,
Wow,
that's great.
That's really awesome. Thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you, guys. Every dollar counts towards the Luke Hadley Foundation, and the goal is to put a smile on children's faces. So that money is going to these children. Thank you so much.
You definitely helped out today, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we can just place the donation in the bank. Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Wow, Emily, that is really going to help. I know that every single donation really helps to bring sensory devices and different recreational activities to these children who maybe don't always get to enjoy such wonderful, experiences. And so we're really helping them by putting a smile on their face. It's really great.
Oh, definitely. And Fairview has been doing a lot to try to raise money for the foundation by holding different events for both the students and the teachers.
Now let's take a moment to see what all Fairview has done in their efforts to raise money for this foundation.
Right now, we have here with us today several students and staff members from Fairview Elementary School.
What was your favorite event during all of the fundraising events for the Luke Hadley Foundation?
My favorite event was Hoops for Hadley because we got to have fun shooting hoops in honor of Luke, and we raised over $2,000.
My favorite event was the Spirit Week because it was lots of fun, and we raised over $1,400.
What was the best part of Spirit Week?
The best part of Spirit Week was Celebrity Day because two of my friends and I were Alvin and the Chipmunks together, and I thought that was really fun, and I had a good feeling because it was for a good cause.
My favorite part of Spirit Week was Team Day because I got to support my teams such as the Penguins, Steelers, and Pirates.
I see you are wearing a Luke Hadley Foundation t-shirt. Can you tell me more about it?
Fairview sold t-shirts to help raise money. On the shirts are pictures of students busy learning, and as you can see, there's a sock monkey, which is one of the symbols of the Luke Hadley Foundation.
Also on the shirt is a bumblebee, which is another significant symbol of the strengths that Luke had while he was with us.
Thank you, Susan. Now, Fairview would like to present their check to Mrs. Kara Hadley, Luke's mom.
Okay, in addition to the over 400 art supplies that have been collected, We are thrilled. The Fairview family is thrilled to present to you this check and your wonderful foundation in the amount of $9,193.34.
Wow, I don't even know what to say. I don't think that thank you is enough. I'm really kind of speechless right now. We're going to be able to put smiles on the faces of so many children with the help from everybody at Fairview, the 4 co-quad chairs, Mrs. Kane, Miss Erb, Mrs. Bonner, Miss Biseglia. Special thanks to Dr. McNamara and to the entire district, but also a special thank you to Dr. Stevens for all of the support that you've given us and continue to give us. I feel like Mr. Hadley and I are very, very blessed and fortunate to work in such a wonderful district, and you've all really become a family to us. Thank you.
And now let's bring in Heather to see how our total's doing so far.
Hi, Heather.
Hey.
Hi guys, good job so far. I have the total as of now. We have 1,200, so let's keep these donations coming in and hopefully reach 2,000 soon. So,
Oh, that's fantastic.
Really
Thank you, Heather.
you.
Wow.
Wow, and that is such a high total
I
already.
know. It's
Let's
really
keep the ball
exciting.
rolling. Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep the donations coming and raise
Yeah,
money for the Luke
please.
Hadley Foundation.
Yeah, if you'd like to make a donation, please just go to the Luke Hadley Foundation and .org and make a donation.
And
It'll really help out.
It's really easy. You can just do it on PayPal, and it's a fast donation. It only takes a second, and it's going to children, and it'll bring smiles on their faces.
That's absolutely right, Em. Please, please donate.
Oh, yeah, and also one of the main things that's really great, the learning device, the teaching dolls. I heard a story about there was one girl who wanted to see her brother who was in a critical condition, and she wasn't sure. She was really scared about the devices on her brother, and so this teaching doll, which I think they're $500.
About $300, I think,
$300.
yeah.
This really helped her to get used to the things
And to
on her brother,
understand.
to
Wow,
understand.
that's great. Yeah, so it's providing comforting devices to people, and that really, really helps. I'm sure not only to the people who are in the hospital who actually need the care, but also to their families.
Yes, definitely.
To help comfort them as well. That's really, really
Definitely.
great. And it looks like with the money total we had so far, we could order or have enough money to buy a sand and water table. Those cost about $500 each to help provide to those kids to really have a fun time. So that's really great.
Let's take a moment now to listen to the Fox Chapel High School's Boeing Constrictors play Hark the Herald. That was really great.
Sounded beautiful, Emily.
I love hearing the Boeing Constrictors.
Yeah,
they did a fantastic job.
They really did.
You know, it takes a lot of work to bring this telethon together.
a lot of work from the business classes, art classes, and most importantly, the television studio and students who make this telethon work.
Let's take a moment now to go to Becky Schonecker, who's live in the TV studio, to give us more information about what all goes on behind the scenes.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here in the TV studio where students are working hard to make this telethon work. Today's director, Zach Eisenfeld, calls all the shots and keeps this telethon running. The producer, Kelly Whitus, has spent weeks working on the scripts for today's production. Millie Farina is keeping up with all the audio and making sure the sound is perfect. The technical director, Dan Martin, listens up for the director's calls and switches us between shots. Also helping out with today's show in the TV studio is Dean Lusk, Amanda Brennick, Dan Prusa, Rob Werner, and Alexis Baer. But this is only half of the crew. All other members are up in the CRC helping out. And now we go back to you guys in the CRC.
Thanks, Becky. It's amazing to see all the work these students have put into the telethon.
And all their work is really paying off today with a great show.
And now it looks like we have some more donations.
Oh, great.
Come on in, guys.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Come on over. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. And what are your names?
My name's Chris.
I'm Shayna.
What's your name?
Zach.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
So, you do have a donation for us?
Yes, we raised $41. We are from the Student Business Leaders. We work with people with disabilities, and the reason why we donated this money is because the transition coordinator, Stacy DeJonovic, never wears her hair down. So she said she would only wear her hair down because this is a great cause, so that's why we're doing
Oh, that's really great and funny,
That's
too.
great.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks.
So I've always been sort of curious, what's it like down there? Is there a lot of activity going on in the Commons? Are people really getting into this to raise some money for this great foundation?
Yes, people are definitely crazy down there trying to raise money.
Oh, great. And you guys
That's
definitely
great.
helped out, really. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
You
Oh,
could just place the
put it in the
donation.
donation box.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank
Thanks.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, and look, Em, it looks like we have some
Okay,
more
hey
donations.
guys, come on in.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? And what are your names?
Stuart.
I'm JD.
Patrick.
And I'm Mike.
Hey. Oh, so how much money do you have to donate for us? For the Luke Hadley Foundation.
$64.25.
Oh, that's great. So how did you donate this money?
We got donations from our keyboarding class with Ms. Leonard.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, that's really cool.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem.
Go ahead.
All right, thank you. Oh, Em, it looks like our total
That's
is really
great.
rising.
I know it is. It's coming in fast.
Yeah, this is really, really great.
I know, this is great. I'm so excited to see the students of Fox Chapel come together and really work towards
One
helping
common
the
goal,
yeah,
yeah.
one common goal. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and hopefully this total is just continuing to rise so we can buy some more devices for these children who we want to put a smile on their face, and it'll be really great.
Oh, that would be really great. And it looks like things have been going pretty well. So let's bring Mrs. Gentile back out here. Hello.
Okay.
Hi, I'm back with Mr. Hadley. And I wanted to just ask him a couple more questions so we could get to know a little bit more about the foundation. And Mr. Hadley, I was wondering if you could talk to me a little bit about where the money goes to. We're raising money today for the foundation, and what happens with those funds after they're raised. What types of activities does the foundation participate in for the children?
Sure, I love sharing what our foundation's been able to do so far. I think the girls told you earlier this morning that we've only really been a foundation since January of this year. So we've not been around very long, but I feel like we've accomplished quite a bit in a short period of time. The funds we've raised so far have been from a golf outing and from our kickoff party that we held in June. And what we've been able to do so far is support the two organizations that we do have a very close relationship with, which is the Children's Home of Pittsburgh and Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. Specifically the Child Life Department. At the Children's Home, they took the funds we've given them and they did a really nice job having the children that come to their medical daycare every day build a garden out back of their building. And the garden's been wonderful for the kids to get outside and interact and see something that they've been able to do on their own. They've actually harvested the vegetables from that garden and used them in some of the food they prepare at the Children's Home. Also at the Children's Home, we've helped provide programs that come into the Children's Home. Recently we had a musician here in Pittsburgh, Lee Robinson, come to the children's home, entertain the children with that program, teaching them about different instruments, and then the kids had a chance to make their own instruments and learn how to play them. Also at the children's home, we've helped take those kids out on field trips. They've visited the Children's Museum and recently a pumpkin patch over Halloween. At Children's Hospital, we work really closely with the Child Life Department. They're the people there that get to the children and bring activities to the children. So they're the experts, and I rely on them to help me understand what types of things we can do as a foundation for them that will put a smile on the kid's face. One of the things we're really excited about that we've done is been able to purchase 5 Luke's art carts that now make it possible for some of the activities to get to children when they can't get out of bed, specifically children who need to be in a place like the PICU. Also, we've helped purchase a lot of sensory devices that they've noticed an increasing population of children at the hospital with special needs. So these sensory devices have been great to help children who might be autistic and just really any child. For example, we've purchased a really cool star, I forget what it's called right now, and also a nice dolphin, a lot of different sensory activities, and a biofeedback program that we've helped them purchase, a software program that can help them detect children's stress level when they're in a hospital, and then it provides strategies for helping those children feel a little bit better, and a lot of communication devices. And so those are some of the things that we've done so far that we're really excited about.
That's great. That all sounds really wonderful. Are there any stories that you can think of that you would like to share? A special story about a student about a child that benefited from some of these activities?
Sure. I love when I get the stories. The child life specialists at the hospital periodically send me stories of things that have happened because of the Luke Hadley Foundation's impact there. And like I said, a lot of the devices we've helped them purchase are specifically helping some of the special needs students. And one story they shared with me was about an autistic child who came into the emergency department and was extremely scared. Her routine was interrupted and she was very, very upset, and they couldn't calm her down. And they brought the dolphin into her, and the dolphin just really helped soothe her and calm her down, and then finally the doctors were able to take care of her. And once they were up on the floor in the hospital because they were admitted, a child life specialist, at the request of a parent, brought another sensory device into the room, which was that star. I can't remember what the name of it is exactly, but it's a sensory device that it's all the fronds on this star, and they light up. And one of the really neat things about it is it responds to sound. And this child, being autistic, had some trouble with their speech. And the mother was thrilled because it responded to sound. The child was able to they started using their voice, and she was mesmerized every time she would try to use her voice that the star would react. So the mother was extremely happy that this not only calmed her child down and helped her feel a little bit better when she was in the hospital, but they found another use for it, which was helping get her daughter to try using her speech a little bit more. So those stories really warm our hearts and show that we are having success with what we're trying to do for the children at the hospital.
That's wonderful. Are there any specific activities or of the objects that you talked about that you think the children enjoy more than others?
It's hard to pick one because I really think all of the things that we've put into place at both the Children's Home and Children's Hospital have been wonderful. Luke's art carts, though, that's one thing that we keep getting feedback from. Even doctors who used to take care of Luke, if I run into them in the community, have told me that we saw that Luke's art cart wheeled into a room and the kid's face just lit up. So that really makes us feel good. And some of the feedback we've gotten from some of the people at the hospital is that the Luke's art carts have come in real handy this time of year because the hospital gets to be so crowded. They've actually used the art carts in the emergency department waiting room to help not only the patients but their siblings have something to do when they're waiting at the hospital. So Luke's art carts, especially the child life specialist mentioning that they can get those art carts to children in the PICU, places where kids can't get out of bed, like I mentioned earlier. And also, Luke's art carts have been a huge success on the weekends because, unfortunately, staff goes down a little bit on the weekends, and Luke's art carts are there and available to get to the children so they have a place to play and have things to do on the weekend. So we're very happy about all the things we've been able to do.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us about that. And we'll have a little bit more time later, I think, one more time to talk to you about some other things that have been going on. But at this time, I would like to turn it back over to Emma and Maddie, and they're going to take it from here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. That's really inspiring.
It is very,
That's
very
fantastic.
inspiring. Yeah, I can't imagine having to spend a lot of days in the hospital, but I think that this
know.
foundation is really doing a great job to help these kids just brighten their day every single day. So
Oh,
it's so great,
definitely.
really.
Well, the students at Dorseyville Middle School have been keeping busy with trying to raise money for the telethon this year.
Now we go live to DMS to see what they are up to.
Happy holidays, Fox Chapel, and welcome back to Dorseyville Middle School. My name is Layla Halal.
And I am Olivia Halal. I'm back to tell you about what our 7th grade did to contribute to our fundraiser.
Here to tell you about what the 7th grade did to raise money is our 7th grade student council.
Hello, we are the 7th grade DMS officers. I'm Jenna Cushion, the 7th grade secretary.
I'm Billy Ursa, the 7th grade president.
And I'm Allison Redburn, the 7th grade treasurer.
As preparation began for the fundraiser, the student council officers took a vote on which foundation our school would like to support. We chose the Luke Hadley Fund because of what it means to our community.
Over the past month, each home base diligently worked to come up with and advertise activities of how they could earn money for the Luke Hadley Foundation. All of the money the students spent at the fundraiser is going directly to this excellent charity.
The 7th graders had very creative fundraiser ideas. 7C hosted a dance in the cafeteria, while many home bases sold food and refreshments, such as hot chocolate, smoothies, and popcorn. We had a great time fundraising and hope that the proceeds will help the Luke Hadley Fund in many ways.
As you can see, our 7th grade was very busy raising money for this worthy cause.
And once again, happy holidays. Back to the high school.
See how our total's doing so far.
Hi, Maddie.
Hey. Hi, Tara. Taylor. Sorry. Right now we have $10,000, and that includes the whole school district as well as the high school. So let's put this up right now, and this is a great accomplishment. So let's keep the money coming. So I'm gonna put
that's
this up
so great. That's
Thank
such
you,
a large
Maddie.
jump. Yeah, it really is. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, that's
Let's keep the donations
fantastic.
coming. Yeah.
I can't believe how much it's raised from like 10 times.
Yeah.
1,000 to
Wow.
10,000. That's
Just a few
fantastic.
short minutes, which really means that we can just keep doing that over and over again and keep raising
Oh,
the
I
total.
know. It
So,
can
yes.
definitely keep moving so much more.
Yeah, definitely.
It's great.
It really, really is.
Oh, and I think we have Superintendent Ann Stevens now.
Oh. Hello. Thank
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you. I'm back again, but I'd like to just briefly introduce our board president, Charles Burke Jr.
Thank you. It is wonderful that so much money has been raised, and on behalf of the board, we are so very proud to support this wonderful cause. So thank you all, and thanks for everybody's contributions to date. Thank you.
Renee Procopia.
Hi, thank you. I wanted to thank everyone for the fine work that you do every year. It's so much appreciated. And Tim Shearer couldn't be here today. He also supports this 100%, and sorry he couldn't be here today, but he wanted me to contribute for him, along with Jeffrey Alex from our office as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Turn this back over.
Thank you.
Wow, that's really great. And it's been pretty loud around the high school this past week.
Yeah, it definitely has. There have been so many events going on throughout the Commons.
Oh, I
It's been
know.
amazing. Not only in the Commons, but individual classes are doing their part to really raise money. There, as we saw before, Christmas caroling and that sort of thing, not only in English, but also in other languages like we saw in the French class.
That
So
was
it's really
fantastic.
great. Yeah.
I love that.
Definitely.
And in the Commons, I heard there's a jousting tournament, there's a rock concert, and pie a teacher.
Oh, wow.
So if any of you students want to get back at any of those teachers for your bad grades, go ahead and take advantage of pie a teacher and go down there.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and hey, it looks like this is about it for our time, and that
Okay.
we are going to hand it back over to Heather and Christine.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
Good job.
Yeah, great
Thank
job. Looks like we're doing a great job here at the high school.
It's really great. $10,000 already.
I know.
Like that's great.
Well, it looks like we have a lot of people here in the
come on,
line,
guys.
so come on in. Come in the middle. What's your name?
Yeah, what are your names?
I'm Nathan Yellen.
And I'm Nathan Cooper.
Yeah.
And how much money do you have for us?
We have a $2 bill, and then we have $250 from RPC Video.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
And an anonymous check.
Yeah.
Wow. How much is that on anonymous check for?
$120.
Wow. Well, thank you.
Thank
Put
you
it in.
so much. Yeah.
And you guys can go.
Yeah, thank you
you
guys. Bye.
We have some more donations
on
from the
in.
marketing class. Come
Yeah, hi.
in. Come in. What are your names and how much you have?
Megan, Andrea, and we have $740.
Wow, that's great. How have you been raising this money?
Well, all the teachers paid money to wear jeans every Friday, and we got together $740.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, girls. You can put it in.
Yeah, right there.
Go. The donations just keep
Thank
on
you guys
coming
so much.
in.
I know, we've got a big line. Come on in, guys.
Come on in. You're back.
Yeah, and what are your names?
I'm Tommy.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Neil.
I'm Alex.
And how much you guys have for us today?
We have $15 to donate from Miss Mackin's third period English class.
And we also
Great.
have $201 from the tech department.
Awesome. Thank you. You guys can put it in
Great.
there.
Thank you guys so much.
We have more
Thank you.
donations.
Come on in.
Hi.
Hi.
Move in.
Yeah, come on in, guys.
There's a lot of you.
Come on up.
Come on in.
Wow. All right, what are all of your names?
Maddie McLaughlin.
John Corcoran. Zach.
Sarah. Mary.
And Ethan.
And how much you guys have for us today?
$21.
How'd you guys raise this?
It's just a donation from Mr. Loretto's third period English class.
Awesome.
So you all pitched in to accumulate that total?
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you. Just put it right in there. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
And there looks like there's even
Yeah,
more
you-
donations.
Wow.
So
Come on in, guys. And what are your names?
Hi, I'm Connor Wise.
I'm Hunter Burke.
And how much you guys have for us today?
We have
We have $1,700.
That's amazing. How'd you guys raise that much money?
this is a donation from the Busking Club and from NHS, and the funds come from the ticket sales of the Busking Club and a flat donation of the dues from the students of NHS.
Wow. That sounds
Wow,
amazing.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Put it in
Yeah,
there.
put it right in this box.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, guys. Wow, that was a big check, Heather.
I know. $1,000 on one time.
Yeah.
Oh, more donations. Hi. Come on in. Come in.
Hi.
What
What's
are
your
your
name?
names?
My name's Stanley
Lisa
Wang.
Lewis. All
Stanley
right.
Wang.
Lisa Lewis. Okay. And what did you guys do to raise money for the Luke Hadley Foundation?
We were from the SAD Club and Students Against Destructive Decisions, and we sold hot chocolate during QRT.
Wow. How much did you guys raise?
We raised $30.25.
Awesome. Good hot chocolate.
Yeah, hot chocolate's great this time of year. You can just put that right in this nice box that we have.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
All right, and it looks like we've got some kids. Oh, never mind.
Well, Christine.
That's really great.
I know.
There's so many events going on to support today's telethon.
That's right, Christine. AJ Anderson has been keeping busy in the Commons with all the events. Let's go to AJ Anderson with more information.
Thanks, guys. AJ Anderson here for FCTV. I'm your traveling correspondent this morning, just checking out some things that are going on in school. And I'm down here in the Commons right now. I hope you can hear me okay because the music is really blaring. Everyone's talking and getting into the festive mood. There's a lot of activities going on down here, which I'm about to explain to you. There's a bake sale going on right behind me, actually, so you can come down and buy baked goods if you're hungry. Not that most of you guys haven't had enough to eat already today. And also, behind me, there is some penguins and memorabilia that's being sold. Wow, the music's really starting to get loud. I can barely even hear myself talk. So yes, if you want to buy some penguins memorabilia, come down to the Commons. That's the place where everything is happening. And also behind me, there is a miniature golf setup. And I'm going to try to get one of the guys who run that to come over and tell us how that's being run. So, would you mind answering a few questions for me? Sure. Okay, what's your name? John Sterrett. John. Nice to meet you, John. Could you just explain to me what the rules are for the miniature golf, how much money it is, and everything?
Oh, sure. It's 50 cents, and everybody wins. You get 2 pieces of candy just for finishing. And if you finish the whole course in 4 strokes, you get 3 pieces of candy. And then if you finish it in 2, you get 6 pieces of candy, which is pretty exciting.
Excellent, excellent. And all the money goes to charity, right?
Yes, sir. Towards the good cause, Luke Hadley Foundation.
Good, good, very good. So everything down here is cheap, and everything down here goes to charity. So if you have $1 sitting around in your pocket, come down and play a game of miniature golf. Bring your friend down. Test your golf skills. I know there's a lot of golfers that go to Fox Chapel here. I mean, come on. So, yeah, come down, play golf. There's also a ping pong game going on behind me. So if you have an extra $1, if you have a friend, bring him down. You can play each other in ping pong. If you have a score to settle with your friend or something like that, just bring him on down and give it a try. So that's all I have here from the Commons right now. I'll be back later with more. For FCTV, I'm AJ Anderson.
Thanks, AJ. It looks pretty crazy down there.
Yeah. Kerr Elementary has also been working hard to raise money for the Luke Hadley Foundation.
Now let's go to the Kerr to find out more.
For the past 19 years, the Fox Chapel Area School District holds its annual telethon. The goal is simple, raise money for a good cause. In past years, the schools each raised money for a different cause. This year, they have decided to join forces to raise money for the Luke Hadley Foundation. Luke Hadley was born with a rare chromosome disorder called ring 14. He was one of the only 65 documented cases. This made it difficult for doctors to treat him. Luke lost his battle with this rare condition at the age of 2. In his honor, Luke's parents started the Luke Hadley Foundation.
The Luke Hadley Foundation exists to provide organizations that care for medically fragile children with means necessary to give them the best quality of life possible. The goal of the Luke Hadley Foundation is to provide these organizations with toys, activities, programs, equipment, and supplies that will put smiles on the faces of these medically and emotionally fragile children.
On December 2nd, an assembly was held at Kerr. Students got to learn about Luke, his life, and how his foundation is helping other kids.
One day, students helped raise money was by paying 25 cents to dress funny. There were 3 days in which students could dress a little bit different: hat day, inside out day, and pajama day. Many students participated in dressing up for a good cause. It was a lot of fun walking around and seeing everyone dressed up.
Pencil Week was designed to raise money for the Luke Hadley Foundation. Pencils were sold in the front hallway for an entire week. It was a big success, as students purchased multiple pencils to help our cause.
As we have done in the past years, we sold the logo of the foundation that we support, which in case is the Luke Hadley Foundation, to students over a period of a week. Each student colored their page in their own individual style. We then displayed the pages through the main hallway for decoration.
4th and 5th grade students each held a bake sale to help raise money. Each baked good was 25 cents. Students from each grade level had the opportunity to purchase goodies during lunchtime. The bake sale was a huge success, and all of the students of Kerr appreciated the treats.
Teachers help by holding luncheons. Grade level support and special area teachers each took turn cooking lunch for each other. To make it funny, many of the luncheons had different themes.
The work and effort put into these fundraising efforts reflect the core attributes of the Fox Chapel Area School District. Our students demonstrated respect by showing consideration and thoughtfulness for those in need. The students of Kerr demonstrated responsibility by participating in the fundraising activities that benefit our community directly. Our students demonstrated integrity through their pride and commitment toward our district goal. Happy holidays from everyone at Kerr.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kerr Elementary School. I'm Maria Ritchie.
And I'm Emily Quinn.
And we're here in the spirit of the season in celebrating the Luke Hadley Foundation. We are very proud of all the Kerr members and staffs on behalf of their foundations that they have raised and given. Right now, I would like to present Principal Noro.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We can't think of a worthier cause than the Luke Hadley Foundation. We had many different types of activities. We've had Inside Out Day, the Hat Day, bake sales. We even had Mr. Hadley come here to talk with all our kids, K through 5, about the importance of the Luke Hadley Foundation and exactly where the funds go to, because I think it's very important that the kids know that the money raised goes to help other children. So based on that, the kids were so excited to give money and toward the foundation and to help everyone out. At this time, the student council was just a huge part of this. They came up with some of the activities. They supported the bake sale. So I want to introduce all the Kerr student council. I want to come over here for a second, just in front of the camera. Come on. Come on. This team of students, all 5th grade, really came up with the ideas. They kind of structured the activities, along with Mr. Ed Hanna, who coordinated, along with Mrs. Wharton, a 4th grade teacher, helped coordinate the efforts of the student council. Elizabeth Heidenreich, our president of the student council, and Grace Muller want to talk right now about something that they're going to do for the Luke Hadley Foundation. Okay, go split up a little bit. Okay, Elizabeth.
Well, I'm Elizabeth Heidenreich, the president. And I'm Grace Muller, I'm the vice president. And on behalf of the student council, we'd like to donate $100 to the Luke Hadley Foundation from our fundraisers.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth and Grace. And also at this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Miss Barber, one of our 3rd grade teacher, come and speak on behalf of the Fox Chapel Education Association.
On behalf of all the teachers in the district, I would like to present this donation to the Luke Hadley Foundation from FCEA. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was very kind.
And now the Kerr Elementary School Chorus will perform their song, Christmas Comes to Town.
Sleeping on the night of Christmas Eve, hoping Santa
Presents for the children, wrapped in red and green. All the things I've heard about, but never really seen. No one will be sleeping on the night of Christmas Eve, hoping Santa's on his way. When Santa's sleigh bells ring, I listen all around. The herald angels sing, I never hear a sound. Then all the dreams of children, once lost, will all be found. That's all I want when Christmas comes to town. That's all I want when Christmas comes to town.
Wow, guys, that was really great.
That was fantastic.
It's really great how the school right now is so a part of the Christmas season, all the holiday seasons in this Luke Hadley Foundation right now.
And we're so grateful that they were able to donate that money to us in the Luke Hadley Foundation because every penny counts.
Now we would like to introduce the next song that they'll sing, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it blows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll learn history. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
And now the chorus will perform their next song, titled Spin, Spin, Spin.
Spin, 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 the holidays begin. Candles burning bright for the festival of light. Spin, 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 the merry dreidel spin. Let the music play on this happy holiday. Dance a hora, turning in a ring, celebrating as we dance and sing. Spin, 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 the holidays begin. Let us cheer for Hanukkah is here.
Wow, Emily, that was really great. I can see them being our next high school chorus, can't you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Now we're going to introduce Principal Noro for one last time.
Thank you very much. I just want to say again, I just want to thank the students of Kerr, the teachers of Kerr, the parents and the community members of Kerr for this great cause that we believe in dearly. At this time, we just want to say bye from Kerr. Thank you very much.
And now we go back to the high school to see how much Kerr has raised.
Great job, Kerr.
Definitely, those songs were really nice. And now it looks like we have some students from Kerr Elementary here with us at the high school that are going to bring in their total. Come on in, girls.
Come on in.
What a big check. Oh my goodness.
What are your names, first off?
I'm Grace.
What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Hi.
And what did you guys do all week to raise this money?
We had some fundraisers, like we wore some crazy hats.
Wow.
What kind of fundraisers did you do?
Well, 4th and 5th grade had bake sales, and there was pajama day, and there were pencil donations, too.
That all sounds really great. And how much money do you girls have here for us today?
Looks like a lot.
Yeah. Looks like Kerr has donated $1,691 to the Luke Hadley Foundation. That is a great donation, girls. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You guys can go on out this way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I think that donation deserves a bell ring. So
I think it
ring
does.
the bell.
Very nice job, Kerr. It's so amazing. All that money is going to go to some really great stuff.
I know, definitely. So, all the elementary schools have been working hard to help out with the telethon. O'Hara has been having these $1 days. Students dressed up in different outfits for the different themes presented.
Yeah, they had themes such as Black and Gold Day and crazy mixed up clothing. In their gym classes, they even had something called Shooting for Smiles, so that the students could win prizes like lunch with the principal.
It's clear that the events were centered around fun. Teachers helped out as well by having casual Fridays.
And now we go to Erica Taylor and Hannah Gross at O'Hara to give us more details.
Hi, my name is Erica, and we're here at O'Hara Elementary.
And I'm Hannah.
And the O'Hara chorus that will be coming on soon is comprised of the 4th and 5th graders.
Mm-hmm.
And it is under the direction of Mr. Funk.
Yes, the head of the music department here at O'Hara. This chorus is very lively. We have a bunch of grades coming in to participate. It seems like it's going to be very musically active today.
Yeah, I hope they sing us some good holiday selections.
Yes, wonderful.
Christmas Eve day is tomorrow, so we want to be hearing some good music for that.
Right, to get us everyone in the holiday spirit for the telethon, to get everyone ready to go here. Here comes the chorus.
And the chorus will be encouraging more people to donate to the Luke Hadley Foundation, which you can still do all day at any of the offices of the schools.
Yes, you could donate from any school, whichever's most convenient and close to you.
Yes, so come and donate, and more music will be coming to us from the O'Hara chorus.
You know, every donation counts, no matter what.
Yes.
And no matter which donation school you go to, it's still going to make a big difference.
It will. It really will. And this is all of the money, as you know, you've heard before, goes to the Luke Hadley Foundation.
Yes.
And will be distributed to help kids in need, and it will help to put smiles on their faces.
Correct, especially
which is our goal for today.
Right.
So all of this music will be putting you in the holiday spirit.
Yes, and not a better time to donate is during the holiday season.
Yes, and it'll help out all of the good donations from O'Hara. So here's the chorus.
It's not
wonderful singing by the chorus under Mr. Funk and Mrs. Goldsmith.
Yes, they were extremely talented students with such beautiful voices.
They sang a good selection.
They did.
Now we're going to hear from a few staff members to help tell us about what they specifically did to help the fundraiser. So if you two could come on here and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Sandy. Whoa, got my coffee cup. Sorry. Hi, I'm Sandy Clemens. I teach second grade at O'Hara Elementary.
And I'm Deanna Gemto, and I teach first grade at O'Hara.
So what did some of the teachers here do to help this fundraiser?
Every Friday, we were fortunate enough to have coffee from the coffee tree donated by them that we were able to purchase and get us through our Friday after a long week.
And the reason why we're wearing these robes is because we were also given these gift cards generously given by SBA, and the teachers bought them, and we could use services down at SBA. And we raised over $1,800 for the SBA gift cards.
So what other fundraisers have the staff here at O'Hara done?
Casual days we do.
We get to wear our blue jeans, which is a big event for us.
And our coffee and our spa treatments.
Sounds like it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Sounds very nice.
And we're definitely going to need it after this week with the kids. So coffee and spa, here we come.
That's right.
Yes, well, we appreciate your contributions to this foundation, and we hope that the staff and teachers continue to help raise money.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. So that's wonderful that the teachers are helping out for this foundation.
Absolutely. Every donation counts.
So now we'll hear a little bit from Mr. Hadley, who is the president of the Luke Hadley Foundation. He's also a fifth grade teacher here. He's going to tell us a little bit more about what O'Hara did. Mr. Hadley?
Thank you. Of course, I'm here today as the president of Luke Hadley Foundation, but I'm also here as a teacher at O'Hara, which has given me an opportunity to see firsthand everything that's been done here at O'Hara. Before I talk about specifically about the fundraising that's been done this holiday season, I'd like to reflect a little bit about on our staff here at O'Hara and the wonderful people at O'Hara. A little over a year ago, when Kara and I, my wife and I, were going through the most difficult time in our life, and Luke was going through his most difficult time, O'Hara, the teachers, the principals, and the families and students here just were amazing and always supporting us, and I just want to take a moment and thank them for that. And now seeing the foundation started and seeing all the support that we've gotten here at O'Hara has just been amazing. None of it would have happened without the leadership of Barb Phones, one of our kindergarten teachers who decided to take a leadership role and lead our committee here at O'Hara and help come up with all the different ways that we were able to raise money. So I want to thank Barb for doing that, and especially all the teachers on our staff who have contributed and helped make the fundraising successful, and especially the teachers that joined that committee and came up with all of the ideas. I also need to thank our principals who are going to be hosting a wonderful lunch today for students who were chosen with a raffle that was done, and those students get an opportunity today to be a principal for the day, and also our custodian, Jerry Susi, who offered his availability today to allow students to be a custodian for a day with him. So I want to thank them for allowing that to happen. And for that to happen, we needed parent volunteers. So we had parents who volunteered in the Commons area here in mornings as students came in and sold raffle tickets. So I want to thank those parents who gave up their time to be here for that. And a special thanks to Luann McLaughlin, one of our parents here at O'Hara, who was here every single morning to help sell tickets. I'd like to recognize two other teachers on our staff, our gym teachers, Lori Cassib and Maureen Aaron, who were kind enough to allow students to participate in a activity called Shooting for Smiles. As you know, the smile is a key part of our foundation in bringing smiles to children's faces who are spending time in a hospital setting. So as students came to their gym classes over the past week, they were able to participate in Shooting for Smiles, and I want to thank those teachers for hosting that. And I have to, from the foundation, send another thanks out to SBA and Coffee Tree, two of our amazing local establishments, for their support. And of course, the family and the students of O'Hara, who are just amazing. And I want to thank all of them for their contributions and helping us raise money for the foundation. It's just been amazing to be a teacher here and see all of this firsthand. And I just want to thank everybody for everything they've done.
Seems like a wonderful accomplishment that's been done here.
I'm sure O'Hara has put a lot of smiles on children's faces.
I'm sure they have, and I I thank them all again and look forward to seeing all the other results from all the other schools. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
You're
Mr.
very
Hadley.
welcome.
Thank you.
So it seems like O'Hara has done a wonderful job here for the telethon.
Yes, indeed. There's so much excitement here going on today and all through the district as well.
Yes. So now we'll go back to the CRC at the high school.
Great job, O'Hara. Your contributions have really been helping the Luke Hadley Foundation.
Indeed. Well, Christine, it looks like we have some O'Hara students here to share what they did and to talk.
Me too.
Come on in,
guys. Hello. Come right here.
Hi.
Hi. What are your names?
Emma,
Phoebe, Brooke,
Connor,
Jared.
Jojo. Wow. Now, how did you guys raise your money?
We used dollar days that represented different clothes and slippers you could wear and hats.
Wow. How else? Anyone else?
We had the basketball shootout day, shooting for smiles, and all you do is you get 5 minutes per gym class, and you shoot foul shots, or depending on what grade you're in, where your shot is, and the class with the most made shots wins and gets one of these.
And do you know what class won?
For kindergarten, Mrs. McCauley's class won. For first grade, Mrs. Sinette won. For second grade, Mrs. Booth won. Third grade, Miss Willenter won. Fourth grade, Miss Bashforth won. And fifth grade, Mrs. Plans. That's my class.
Wow. So you guys all fifth graders?
Yeah.
Wow.
Great job. And let's look at your check here to see how much you raised.
Can we get a drum roll?
Wow. $5,138.45 from O'Hara Elementary.
Great job.
Great job. Thank you guys so much.
Christine, I think we need a bell ring.
Oh, yes, we do. Good job, guys. Thank you.
Great job. You guys can go this way.
Come this way.
Thank you. Well, it looks like we have some donations,
We have some donations here from the high school. Come on in.
Hi, guys. Come on in. Wow, there's a lot of you.
Yeah.
Bunch in.
Hi.
Come on in.
All right, what are all your names?
I'm Grant Gilman. I'm Michael Monahan.
I'm Maria Urso.
Claire Trellis.
Jenny Ambell. Morgan Clark.
Now, how did you guys all raise your money? There's a lot of checks here, I see, so. Yeah.
Well, what us four girls did is we actually put on a dating auction, and it was held right here in the Commons, and we had a bunch of students sign up, and they would go ahead and bid to take out these contestants on dates. And we actually sold 4 freshmen for a total of $22, which is a lot of money.
That sounds fun. I heard it was really good.
It was.
Also, we did table hoops, which is just basketball on a table, that we did in the Commons. We raised $24.30.
Awesome.
Great job.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah,
is there
you
any
can
more?
just put your checks in the box.
This is $78 from Saga.
Great.
This is from photography. They raised $22.20.
Awesome. Every penny counts, so yeah. Thank you guys. You can put them in.
Thank you guys so much.
And you guys can go on out that way. Thank you. Looks like we have more donations.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Good. Okay, what are all of your names?
I'm Sam Dickens. I'm Chris Lasowski. Matt Miller.
And what do you have for us today?
We have a quite hefty check
from Cordova.
Cordova fundraiser for
awesome. How much is it for?
$302.31.
Wow, thank you. You can put that in there.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Going out that way. Thank you. Well.
All right.
It's been crazy here today, Christine, and I think our time is up, unfortunately.
It is. We're bringing in our next talent team.
We have Maddie and Emma, so we're going to turn it over. Hi, guys.
Thank you very much. You know, Emma, this whole foundation is wonderful. It's great to see the whole high school, and not only the high school, but the school district to come together and raise money for this Luke Hadley Foundation. And it just started in January, so it's a new foundation, and I think this is wonderful how we get the chance to have it grow, and we have over $10,000, so this is wonderful. And Hartwood Elementary has been doing its part to raise money while having as much fun as possible.
The main events have been the Hats Off to the Hadleys on Fridays, when students could pay $1 to wear any hat that they want. Some students have been donating even more so that their class could win a popcorn party.
The teachers have been chipping in by paying $2 per day for 8 days for the chance to wear casual clothes.
And now we go to Hartwood with their efforts.
Guys, we're here at Hartwood Elementary. I'm Emily.
And I'm Hannah.
And we're here to talk to Dr. Rosin, who's telling us a little bit about the money they've raised for the Luke Hadley Foundation. Hi, good morning.
Welcome to Hartwood Elementary. I'm glad to have you all here with us today. And I'd like to tell you a little bit that we have worked very hard this month of December to collect for the Luke Hadley Foundation. And I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the staff, the students, the community, and the PTO who have all helped to make this such a success. Right now, we would like to present to you, under the direction of Jeff Brar, our orchestra at Hartwood. Thank you.
angels call to shepherds, leave your flocks at rest. Journey forth to Bethlehem, where the child so blessed. Sing we Noel, 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 Noel. Sing we now of Christmas, sing we now Noel. Sing we Noel, the King is born Noel. Sing we Noel, the King is born Noel. Sing we now of Christmas, sing we now Noel. In Bethlehem they found him, Joseph and Mary mild, standing by the manger, watching the Holy Child. Sing we Noel, the King is born Noel. Sing we now of Christmas, sing we now Noel. Sing we on Noel.
Wasn't that a great job? What a performance, both our orchestra and our chorus. Now I also want to introduce a very special person, Mrs. Linda Pellegrini, who was head of the activities committee, the chairperson, and let her tell you about some of the special things they did. Lynn.
Thank you, Dr. Rosen. Hi. We are so excited. We had such a fun time raising money for the Luke Hadley Foundation this year. We did several things. One was dressing casually and comfortable. Our staff was so happy to put on jeans and sweats each morning, and for a fee, we were able to dress down and raise money for the Luke Hadley Foundation. Another idea that we had, which Mrs. Flynn came up with, was hats off to Hadleys, and the students were allowed to wear a hat at school every Friday in December. For a low fee, they could pay $1 and wear a hat. Some classes actually brought in extra money, and they earned a popcorn party, and that's 5A that we have behind us. They were our winning class. We're so proud of them. Another way that we raised money for the Luke Hadley Foundation was the Heartwood Cafe, where teachers served students hot dog platters and pizza platters, and we gave that money to the Hadley Foundation as well. We were able to raise $2,105 for the Luke Hadley Foundation just by eating and dressing comfortably. This is the check that we would like to present to the Luke Hadley Foundation. I would like to thank the Activities Committee, Kim, Roseanne, Noreen, Heather, Karina, Katie, Lisa, Liz, and Jody, for all of their extra support and help with this. Our support staff did so much in helping to make cookies and get things together. Dr. Rosen, and of course, Mr. Bonifate, who helped organize and put all of this together. Thank you, Ms. McCamish and Ms. McCamish's 5A class, and congratulations. Thank you.
Now let's head back to the high school to see how the donations are doing.
Thank you. And so now we have some more contributions.
What are your guys' names?
Anna.
Marcy.
And how did you raise this money?
Well, Senor Fontes' Spanish club sold quesadillas and hot chocolate to raise the money for the Luke Hadley.
Great. And I had those quesadillas and they were really good. So how much money did you raise?
$140.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Why don't you put that in there? Great. Thank you. And those contributions, they're an extra help to get art carts and everything to help the foundation. And now we have a tally. So let's come on in. Christine.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Before I give you the tally, I have a few more donations. I have a donation from the Teens for the Cure Club, which is $50. From Ayuda Humanitaria on Mexico for $100. From the high school office for $400. And from the Madrigal Singers, I have $180 from their caroling this morning. So I'm just going to stick these in here.
Wow, that's wonderful. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. And our current total right now is $22,000.
Great.
Wow. I'm going to hang this up here.
Let's keep it going. So, wonderful. So now we have $2,200. That's great.
These donations are really helping.
We've been keeping busy here at the high school with the telethon coming to a close. Soon, let's check in with the Dorseyville Middle School one last time.
Happy holidays, Fox Chapel.
My name is Colin Martin.
And I am McKenna Trimble, coming to you live for the third and final time from the DMS television studio.
As we said earlier, to pitch into this year's district-wide December fundraiser, DMS raised money for the Luke Hadley Foundation in honor of Luke Hadley, the son of Mr. Jeff Hadley and Miss Kara Hadley. They both teach in the district.
Here to tell you a little bit more about what the 8th grade did to raise money is the 8th grade student council officers.
Hello everyone, I'm Pat Denny, the 8th grade secretary. When asked to vote which charity to support this year, the DMS Student Council decided to once again help Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh Child Life Fund in Luke Hadley's name. Many of the students had Mr. or Mrs. Hadley in elementary school, so the loss of their son in October of 2008 was something that touched their lives. All donations are made to the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh Foundation, and a donation made in Luke's memory is directed to this program.
I'm Charlie Friend, the 8th grade treasurer. The Child Life Department provides support, education, and assistance to children and their families who are adjusting to illness and hospitalization. The goal of the Child Life specialists, the individuals who run this program, is to give children the best quality of life possible while they must be hospitalized.
A few of the things offered through this program are music therapy, celebrity visits, pet friends, museum on the move, school tutoring, and numerous other special events.
This year, the most popular 8th grade activities were slushies, liquid nitrogen marshmallows, and the Nintendo Wii raffle. With the efforts of the students, teachers, and staff, members at the Dorseyville Middle School were able to raise a grand total of $6,581.44.
Wow, thank you, Student Council. Now here's a short video from our DMS TV crew.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Dorseyville. This is DMS TV signing off. Back to the high school.
With this year's telethon coming to a close soon, we would like to bring Miss Gentile out here for the last time. Mrs. Gentile?
Well, it's been a pleasure to be here today. And I would just like to bring Mr. Hadley back one last time, and we have a couple more questions for him before we go. And I guess my last question for you today is, what are your plans for the future with the Luke Hadley Foundation? What do you hope to do with all the funds that are raised here today?
Well, I have to say we're extremely excited. Once we found out we were going to be the beneficiaries of the telethon and the district fundraising, I went to work right away talking to the Children's Home and the Child Life Specialist at Children's Hospital to find out what we can do, what our next step could be to help them enrich the lives of the children that they take care of. At the Children's Home, they've presented a program to me that we're very excited to help support. It's a program very similar to the Child Life program at Children's Hospital, but it'll be a volunteer program. And currently they don't have any funds available to get that started. The program will target the children that come to their pediatric specialty hospital unit. They have 28 beds there. And the children who come to that unit have already spent a significant amount of time in the hospital somewhere else. So this is a difficult time for them as they transition back to going home, hopefully, very soon. And the Child Life program that they're hoping to start there, with our help, will enrich the lives of those kids while they have to spend a little more time in the hospital before they go home. So we're very excited that we'll be able to help get that started for the Children's Home. At Children's Hospital, we have two goals in mind at the moment. One is to purchase a mobile entertainment unit, which is a special adapted Wii system that can be pulled right up to the bedside of a child and it's adapted so even a child who can't get out of bed and really move too well, they can actually interact and play with the games on the Wii. And we're really excited that we're going to be funding a program at Children's Hospital that's a scrapbooking program. The child life specialist brought this program to me, and it looks incredible. It'll give the children an outlet for their emotions and their feelings while they're at the hospital and help them cope, as well as the books are filled with activities that will just give them something to do when somebody else can't be right by their bedside and put a smile on their face. It also helps them understand their hospital environment while they're in the hospital. So those are some of the immediate goals that we have. In addition to those, we want to continue doing the things that we've been doing at both places, the Children's Home and at Children's Hospital. The programs that we've brought, the field trips we've been able to do, and purchasing any more activities, devices, toys, etc. And of course, keeping Luke's art carts all stocked up and ready to go. In the future, you asked how we might want to grow. We're starting to have some conversations with the child life people at Children's Hospital to see how we might be able to branch out to their ambulatory care centers that they have around the Pittsburgh area and the suburbs. Children's Hospital has one in the north in the North Hills in Wexford, in the South Hills in Bethel Park, and I believe in Monroeville. And in those facilities, children come for surgeries, children come to visit their doctors, and although it's not the actual hospital, it can still be a scary time for the kids, and we'd like to provide them with some of the tools that they could use to make that experience even a little bit better for the children, because it's always scary when they have to go to see their doctors at those places. So those are some of the ideas that we have in mind, and we look forward to growing, and of course the support from the school district is going to really help us do all of our goals. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being with us here today. And I was just wondering if you had any final thoughts or anybody special thanks that you would like to give today.
I could probably stand here the rest of the day and try to thank everybody, but there are a few people I have in mind I'd like to thank. Of course, Mr. Martin, who's behind the scenes here, the teacher at the high school, and his students have done an incredible job. I've been extremely impressed with everything that they've done. And Ms. Tabas and her marketing students, all the things that they've done behind the scenes to help organize fundraisers here at the high school. It's been amazing, and I want to thank both of them for all of their hard work. Especially also want to thank all of the principals at all of the schools who headed up the efforts at their schools. Thank you very much for everything that you've done. Mr. Howard here at the high school for organizing this incredible day and supporting his teachers and the students and everything that they've done here today. And a special thanks to everybody out there in the community who's watching today. You've supported our family in the past, and we're extremely thankful that we have the support of all of the Fox Chapel community and all of the students. You've all done an amazing job. It really it brings tears to my eyes to see everything that you've all done. So thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you so much. And I think we have a few more donations today, so I'm going to turn it back over to two of the students.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And now we have some more donations. Let's bring them on in. Come on. Come on in.
So what is everyone's name?
Ariana, Ashley, McKenna.
Sam.
And how did you raise this money?
We had a bake sale during QRT on Friday, and then the remaining food was sold in the Fox shop on Monday and Tuesday.
And what is the grand total?
$70.51.
Great.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
You can fit in the box.
There you go. Thanks. Just head on out there.
Thank you. All right.
And I guess now we have another donation.
Come on in,
Come on
girls.
Right here.
Over here.
Hi, what's your name?
Lisa.
What's your name?
Jennifer.
And how much money did you raise?
$75.
And how did you raise that?
It came from the freshman class caucus funds.
Great, great.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. Put in the box.
It's really filling up now.
Yeah, it is.
And we also have another donation. Hi. What's your name?
Colleen Shear. I'm here from La Capella restaurant at the Waterworks. And I just wanted to say we were really happy to be a part of the Luke Hadley Foundation. we got a call and asked if we would do a donation night. And Fox Chapel really supported the Luke Hadley Foundation really well. We're donating $219.07.
Wonderful.
Thank
you very much. Great pizza there. Thank you so much. And over there. Thank you.
We have
And
another
we have
donation.
yet another donation.
What's your name?
All right, I'm Tyler Powers.
Right, and how much money do you have?
We raised $1,495.55.
And how did you raise this?
This was from the marketing class fundraisers. We sold penguin tickets and dodgeball tournaments and stuff like that.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I don't know if you're gonna fit in there.
Hold it
but-
up and put it in there.
And yet
Here's
more
some
donations.
guys.
Hi.
We're student government. I'm the vice president. I'm Kieran Reddy.
I'm the secretary, Samir Sandhu. I'm the president, Trevor Wise.
And how much money did you raise?
We raised about $271 for the Luke Hadley Fund with doing a raffle. We're raffling off 2 items from Tiffany today. Tiffany's was kind enough to donate a bracelet and a necklace to us to raffle off for the Luke Hadley Foundation. So we raised a lot of money selling tickets for that raffle. And we're going to announce the winners now. Yes.
Okay.
All right, for the bracelet?
Yes, for the bracelet.
All right. The winner is Sarah Schwartz, QRT 263. Yeah. And for the necklace, please be me, please be me. Maddie McLaughlin, QRT 260, Mr. Kirk.
So that was Sarah Schwartz that won the bracelet.
Sarah Schwartz won the bracelet, and Maddie McLaughlin won the necklace.
Great. So where can they get that? Where can they?
They can pick those up from Mrs. Bukovic in room 246.
All right. Great. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks. It's a wonderful raffle.
It is.
And so now we have 2 more donations.
Hi, girls. What are your names?
Claire Kittner.
Katarina Leutner.
And what are you here for today?
Personal donation. Yes.
How much is that?
$5.
$5?
Yes.
Great.
Wow.
You know, every cent
dollar
counts. Every
counts.
dollar
It
counts.
does.
That's right.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. Why don't you put that in there?
Thank you
And
very much, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we have the principals with us. Come on in. You want to
Thank you.
take us over?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, to close out this event, we wanted to say several thank yous and acknowledge several people. One is actually, we just want to acknowledge everyone first from a district perspective, that we've seen every building pull together, administrators, teachers, students, I mean, you name it, central office and the community itself has just really pulled together for this great charity and this great event. So we're really proud to see that spirit of giving still continue.
Absolutely. And again, all of the students throughout the district have just done such a tremendous job. Almost all of the monies raised here today, our students did that. Most of the production that you've seen here today has been done by our students as well. And we're just so very proud of our students and very fortunate to have these students that we work with every day.
So far, even today alone, totals have been estimated to be over $20,000 so far. And the monies are just still continuing to roll in. So
yeah, we haven't even checked some of the money that's in here yet for an accurate total. So we expect to have at least exceeded that 22. I believe we're already predicting over 22,000, and we have another amount that's coming in right now, unofficially. Here's our new total. I think we can get that on there. $25,769.88 we have raised.
That's fantastic.
With our telethon today.
Okay, again, just wishing everybody a happy holiday and a very restful and relaxing break. And we want to thank everybody for the generosity and their participation in today's event. And a final thank you also to Doug Martin and to Jill Tabbas and Norton Gusky, as well as just some members of our faculty and staff that have really pitched in to help this event possible. But at this time, I'd like to be able to turn it over to Morgan and Alyssa to help close us out. Thank you very much.
Well, we've really had a busy few hours. Hard work has paid off with all the donations we've received today. Before we bring this telethon to a close, we would like to thank the many people who helped make this telethon possible.
We'd like to thank Mr. Jeff Hadley for giving us the opportunity to help his foundation out and for joining us today. We would like to thank the guidance department for allowing us to use the CRC. We would like to thank Matt Bernardini for helping us with the television studio out with all the technical aspects of the telethon. Also, we would like to thank Miss Patty Norkus and her art students for helping to design our background and train for today.
We would like to thank Cadobah, Tiffany's, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and Sevens engineers and contractors in South Point for their donations to clubs and classes to raffle items off.
We would like to thank the students, teachers, parents, and administrators, and everyone who helped out with the fundraisers at Dorseyville Middle School, Fairview, Kerr, O'Hara, and Hartwood Elementary Schools. We would like to thank the high school music department for giving the students the opportunity to perform for this year's telethon.
Thank you to the marketing and television teams for all the efforts they are putting in planning, organizing, and implementing all the details that go into the telethon. We would also like to thank the Fox Chapel Area School District administration, faculty, parents, and students for giving our school district the chance to participate in fundraising for the Luke Hadley Foundation.
We would like to thank all our guests who appeared on today's show for joining us. And finally, we would like to thank the Verizon Fios and Comcast cable companies for allowing the airtime to broadcast this year's telethon.
With this year's telethon coming to a close, we would like to wish everyone out there a safe and happy holiday season from the Fox Chapel Area School District. We hope you enjoyed this year's memorable telethon. For FCTV, I'm Morgan Massey.
And I'm Melissa Wenkert. We hope you have a wonderful holiday season and continue to bring smiles to young children's faces. We leave you today with the words of Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Thank you to all who donated.